Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to a new live stream. And right away, we got a comment here from Besky. Hello, Besky. She's Full Metal Becky from her YouTube. She's been playing, I believe, Stardew Valley. I keep telling her, can't wait for her to beat it and win it. Thank you, Becky. Thank you. Jacob Dreamwork. Yep. Thank you, Becky, for the hat. Yes. I figured it's Memorial Day weekend. Might as well wear the cowboy hat. There was a live, I think it was with Sarah. I wanted to wear this with Sarah, but then I realized I couldn't do that because the headphones don't cooperate with the cowboy hat. So this week I'll be going over recent purchases and some unboxings, and I think I'll do with the purchases first. You know, hang on. Yeah, the purchases first, and then I'll do the pickups because I feel like the pickups are a little bit different. So, with that being said, oh, Jacob Dreamworks also loves the hat. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, beginning with purchases. Purchases. Let's do this one because I could, just toss it to the side after I'm done talking about it. So, with the new the new Garfield movie coming out this weekend, I picked up this Garfield popcorn bucket, and it's like I guess it's like a purse or some sort, and like they didn't put any popcorn in it, but they did offer me a free popcorn. But I don't like popcorn, so I gave the popcorn to the people behind me. But yes, you can see in here, you could put little items in there, little and fun knickknacks. But it's fun. It comes with this huge strap, and then you can throw it over your shoulder like so. But yeah, I picked that up this weekend. I should say last weekend because I guess they started early, and I was like, oh no, if I wait till next week, I won't be able to get it. So the other thing I got as well last week was this other Garfield bucket. It comes with Garfield, and it says the Garfield movie, and it's got little baby Odie on there. It's adorable. It's a little bucket. It comes with this little cup that has adult Garfield with his father, and then Odie. I have not seen it yet. I'll be seeing it tomorrow. So if anyone's seen it, please, no spoilers, please. And then these little toppers I got as well. I got the little baby Garfield and I guess regular Odie. Something tells me there's a regular Garfield because I seen images online recently. I was like, no, there's an actual regular Garfield. I think the worker, when she showed the figures, I assume she thought it was the other father, but there's a regular Garfield. So I have baby Garfield and Odie. So I wonder if I could get the adult Garfield. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about with that? Let's see. Oh, I guess we talk about this because it's right there. It's right there. So I got this ad on Five Below, and I was like, oh my god, that's perfect. It's this. So Five Below advertised this to me on my Instagram. They're like teeny teenies or whatever, teeny tinies. And it has like this little popcorn stand. I thought, oh my god, that's perfect. So in my living room, I have like a little fake living room setup display. It has a little couch, a little flat screen, and on the couch it's Elvira and Ghostface, and they're watching television. I have yet to put like Scream on the TV because I want to do that. I want to have them watching Scream, or funny enough, have it at that scene when Randy pauses it and tells the rules of surviving a horror movie. I think that would be funny. So I got this for that. And my mom's like, "You have to get it. Oh my gosh, that's perfect for you." So it comes with like a little popcorn, drinks, slushy. I would open it here, but I don't want to lose any of these little pieces, so I just want to show you what I got. This is from Five Below. It's part of their little teeny tiny sets. I think it's really cool. It comes with a popcorn machine, butter dispenser, popcorn buckets, 3 of those, 1 caramel corn bag, 1 popcorn scoop, 2 seasonings, 1 salt shaker, 1 bag of kernels, 2 box candies, 2 bag candies, 1 salted pretzel, 1 frozen slushy, 1 fountain drink, 1 bag of chocolate pretzels, and 1 bag of cotton candy. 20 pieces in total, ages 6 and up. Adult supervision required. Of course. Of course. Let's see. That would be awesome to have Scream on TV. Yeah, I was thinking of having the scene of Drew Barrymore on the phone in the beginning, but then I thought it would be funny because in the movie Scream, Randy talks about the rules of surviving a horror movie, and on the background it's Halloween, and I think he pauses it right at the part when Michael's right about to stab Bob. So I think that would also be a cool screen grab, but I'm not sure which. I'm not sure which. Which. Okay, so that's the first purchase. Another purchase is this. So there's a Comic-Con coming up, and I want to dress like Uncle Eddie because Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo is going to be there, the Griswolds. And I was thinking of just wearing like a generic like Christmas sweater like this one Whitney gave me. Like, yeah, just wear my Christmas stuff or whatever. But then I started thinking like, oh, wait a minute, dressed like Uncle Eddie. So I was looking for, a bathrobe, like a white bathrobe for the photo shoot or the photo op, I should say. And when I went to look for the bathrobe, I didn't find it, but I did walk past the stuffed animal thing and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And I found this rabbit. If anyone can guess it in the comments, probably not. But if you look at this, that kind of gives it away. Peter Cottontail. There you go. But I was like, holy moly. This is the Rankin Bass version of Peter Cottontail. And I thought that was so fun. Of course, his battery thing doesn't work anymore because it's supposed to, you're supposed to click it and his ear is supposed to go down because he's lying. And he was filthy. Like, he was brown. And I was like, I have to get this thing because there's not much Peter Cottontail, we call it, there's not enough Peter Cottontail merchandise out there. So when I saw this, I'm like, I have to get this. It's one of my favorite Rankin Bass specials, just because like the obscure things. Like there's a part of the show where I guess they just forgot to animate Peter's mouth, so he's like the whole time, and it's like right during the part when the elder Easter Bunny is telling him like, you absolutely have to win, because of course Vincent Price, the Iron Tail, is like, I'm gonna be the new Easter Bunny, and it's so funny. But it's like that part who's got his mouth open like that, almost like this exactly. It's like, Peter, you absolutely have to win. I see Captain Iron Dog. What do you call it? Where'd you get the shirt? I got that on eBay. So Captain Iron Dog, you're kind of jumping ahead here, but I guess we're all on it because I was looking for the bathrobe for a photo op. I got this recently because Danny Trejo is going to be at the Fan Expo, and I was like, well, I got to do it. So I have my Regal cup over there that says, Fredo, I know you broke my heart. So I'm going to have that cup with Danny Trejo. So hopefully Danny Trejo doesn't cancel. Oh my God, I need Danny Trejo to be there. But yes, I have this for the event. Luckily, it existed on freaking eBay. There was only like a couple of listings. I think there was like one that was like XL, and then there was this that was my size. I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I got it for that, and I figured I'd throw it on for this because I'm going to be talking about all the stuff that I found. So again, I was looking for the bathrobe for the photo op with Beverly D'Angelo, but then I end up finding Peter Cottontail. I see Full Metal is like, clearly it's the Easter Bunny. He wasn't the Easter Bunny in the movie, not until the end, because the whole time he has to go back in time with the little caterpillar, and then Sassafras is telling the whole behind the scenes like, Peter Cottontail, and he's like doing all the crazy storytelling. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. So there's that. I did see a comment here, and Jacob Dreamworks, boy, I can't wait for how much longer does the program need legacy. I do have a certain amount of skits for it, but then I had like a existential crisis this week because recently I'm taking a break from Twitter. I'm trying to quit Twitter, and I've been watching more Instagram reels and YouTube shorts, and I started thinking, about this. How much longer does the program need? And I started thinking like, is there a purpose for how much longer does the program need when there's YouTube shorts and Instagram reels and all that jazz? Because what I used to do is like everyday shit now. Like everyone's making a stupid meme. Everyone's making a movie reference, and the thing that made me realize like, oh my God, am I out of like touch, is because it was like the clip of Will Ferrell, and it was like reaction to like the security cam footage. And it was the part he's like, ah, get the children, it scared the shit out of me. It's like that kind of clip, and it just made me think like, Is there room for how much longer does the program need? Does it need to exist now because there's all these little Instagram reels that either show you car accidents or makeup tutorials or how to do awesome nails, how to do tips, awesome websites that you should know. There's like all these things out there, and it's like, is there room for how much longer does the program need? So I'll still be working on clips or coming up with ideas, but I had an existential crisis recently, like this week recently. I was like, oh my god, what the heck? Oh, and speaking of which, because right now I'm what do you call it? It's running a little dry. I can show off my Furiosa cup. I'm using it as my ice cup this week. Regal did this new sipper thing, and I like it. I like it because then you don't spill the drink during the movie. Because sometimes you're at the Regal and they overfill the drink, and sometimes you just can't help yourself but tip the drink, and it like spills on you just a little bit. And sometimes your drink's already half down here, but there's always that little pop that's up there, and you kind of spill it on yourself. I like the sipper. It's about, I would say, the size of a large, maybe a medium, but I do like this little Furiosa sipper. And I think I'll use it as my replacement for my McDonald's cup. I know I've always endorsed McDonald's, but I really love this freaking Furiosa sipper cup. Oh, man. Oh, Captain Iron Dog. That's awesome. Captain Iron Dog will be watching Furiosa tonight with the family. That's awesome. I highly recommend it. It's good. It's not Fury Road, but it's its own thing. I would almost compare it closer to Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, but I feel it's a bit more even keeled than that. But that's the closest if you're going to compare them to a previous Mad Max movie. It's closer to Thunderdome. So with that being said, let me move on to another Comic-Con thing. Or not Comic-Con, but a convention I'm going to outfit. So last year I bought the Ghostface Phantom outfit, and recently I got back into the scary movies, right? And I knew Shannon Elizabeth was going to be there, and I was probably going to have her sign like something from Jay and Silent Bob movie, or maybe from Scary Movie. But then after really getting back into the scary movies, he's like, man, I got to do the photo op. I got to do the whole thing. So I'll be using the the ghost face, the robes again. But I got the scary movie mask, not the what the, but I decided to get like the happy face man. There was like, oh man, like that scene. And then I got this, and it's funny how they sent it. So I got a box and a bag, and I knew they both, it was them that arrived in the mail. I assumed this came in the bag and this came in the box. But when I opened the box, it was the Ghostface mask. And I'm like, oh my God, they threw this in the bag. So when I opened up the bag, it was this. And of course, I got this because in the movie, Scary Movie, he uses this as his weapon of choice, the little ice hook from I Know What You Did Last Summer. So I got that for the outfit. So I'll be like with Shannon Elizabeth. And speaking of Shannon Elizabeth, I did heavy amount of research. I knew it was coming up, and I had to roll the dice because I was doing like heavy research. So there were several Scary Movie posters. There's the original one with Ghostface. Then there's a redone one for the home video release where it is Shannon Elizabeth in the front, and then the other actors in the side, and there's no Ghostface, and then it says like outrageously funny, and then there's another one which I do believe has Ghostface, but on the bottom it says now on Showtime, and then there was like a foreign language one. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Hang on, let me check the comment, make sure that's not a comment here. Oh, it's just Amanda. That's Amanda. So I was doing tons of research, and I was like, should I get a reprint of the poster? Because that's what I did with the screen. Because that was like on short time. That was like a week or two before the thing. I'm like, yeah, I'll get a repurposed one or whatever, or, a reprint. So that one's like on photo paper with all the signatures, and I like that. But then with this one, it's like I have enough time, or at least a month out, where I have enough time to order a poster. So I was like doing heavy amount of research. And then luckily I ran into one, and I got it for like $20 because no one was bidding for it. But I got an original Scary Movie poster, and I'll have Shannon Elizabeth, I think that's her name. Make sure I got it right. But yeah, she'll be signing my Scary Movie poster. And when I got it in the mail, I was like, had tears of joy. I was like, oh my God, it's an original, Scary Movie poster. And I have it, and it's going to be signed by her. So she'll sign it, and I'll do the ghost face thing and everything. It'll be a fun time in Nottingham. Okay, let's see. What can I go to next? What can I go to next? I guess I can knock these out because they're right on top, teetering on everything. So, hang on. There's a comment from Kip Landog. He says, gotcha. Okay. Also at Five Below, I picked up this Looney Tunes coloring book because for those who don't know, I do Christmas cards, and I always try to find references, so this would be fun to use. So I could just look at this as reference, or usually sometimes trace it, like just to save me time. Trace this design, make it Christmas themed, and go on with my life and make the next card. Because sometimes you just got to trace it, and it's the same. I guess Phil once said, if you're tracing it, you're still drawing it, and I agree with that. And I'm so artistically inclined anyway. It's like it saves me time instead of redrawing the whole damn thing. But it's fun. So I got this, and then let's see what else. I picked up these new markers, and I want to try them out. I don't know if they're good enough for posters or my signature stuff, but I do think they're good enough for my Christmas cards. But these are like the new. I think they're called. Yep, that's what they're called. Creative markers by Sharpie. They're basically paint pens, and I'm so flippin' excited. You don't have to prime them either. You don't have to do that. You could just like literally start out with them. Like, let's see. I have red here. Do I have black? There, I do have black. Okay, we're gonna kind of cut ahead here, but like I'm gonna write something. So, without priming it, you could just write like, let's see. What can I write? Let's see. I'll just write this. So this is a red creative Sharpie, and just like that, I wrote right on the box, and that's cool without priming it, and it comes out that great. That's pretty damn cool. But I'm not sure if I'm ready to test it for like a signature yet, because it's like a paint. It's like a sharp point, so you really got to push down on it to have like a good look. But I think that's really cool, though. I'm like, oh man. But yeah, I'll be testing it out on my Christmas cards and maybe other things too, because this is like a dark surface and doing that. That's awesome. I love that. So I love those new Sharpies. Also recently my mom was like going through my stuff, and she's like, hey, could you use this for your cards? So there's like some Christmas themed stuff in this coloring book, and there's some other randomness that I could probably use for my Christmas cards. So she sent that to me. And then the other thing she found for me was Celery's Greatest Race. So around here at our minor league baseball league, the Buffalo Bisons, they do like this race, and Celery always loses. Oh my God, I have a whole funny story about it. I guess I could go into that now because why not? Because today is just talking about figures I bought or whatnot. So when I used to go to the Bisons games, I would act like someone at the horse track. So I would have like all these receipts or pieces of paper that I would rip up. So when it came to the race, because this is like during the seventh inning stretch where they have like a little race, everyone have a break. So they would be, chicken wing, celery, blue cheese, and they'd have a race, and I'd have these little receipts, and I'd be like, come on, sorry, you can do it. And then like Celery was leading, right? But then of course Celery, with the gag, the running joke is that Celery always loses, so Celery would like run the other way or whatever. And I'd be like, no, Celery, you're a bum. Meanwhile, I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. I'm acting like you're drunk, so I'm like, like holding like a can of soda or whatever. Like, sorry. And then as he loses, I'm like, you're a bum. You're a bum, Celery. And I would rip up the receipts. Usually people would understand I was just joking because like beforehand and after I'm okay. I'm like regular. But one time people thought it was real because then a security guard came down and said, you all right? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm fine. But that cracked me up. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, my mom found the Celery's Greatest Race on the back. As a young stock, Celery always had big dreams. And though Celery wasn't successful at first, hard work and a positive attitude helped Celery win big. Follow along and let Celery inspire you to follow your dreams. Mascot books. That's amazing. But yeah, the Buffalo Bisons. They had these little celery races with the blue cheese and chicken wing. Oh my god. Celery, you're a bum. You'll always be a bum. That's hilarious. Okay, we got Jacob Dreamworks here. Next year is the 50th anniversary of Jobs. What are you going to do with this special occasion? Probably nothing. I haven't really thought about that. I should explain that. So, for those who don't know, I think I've explained it. I'm sure you know because Jacob Dreamworks watches everything I've done. The only reason why this channel is called Chief Brody Rules is because back in college, me and my friends were watching Jaws 1 and 2, I think. I don't think we were watching 3. But we were watching Jaws 1 and 2. And we're like, man, Chief Brody rules. So at the end of the thing, I created a backup channel and it was called Chief Brody Rules. Not really thinking anything of it. It was just because we watched that marathon that day. And lo and behold, a couple weeks later, freaking my original channel, I Want My TV Now, was, blipped Thanos. And I was with Chief Brody Rules. So all these years, everyone's like, oh, Chief Brody. And it's like, yeah, it's cool. But it was never intentional to be the name to last forever. It was always I Want My TV Now. So that's why I'm kind of glad after, 15 years, YouTube was able to let me have I Want My TV Now again. So that's why it's back. It's back. But yeah, thank you for the, the Jaws thing. I have no plans. No plans. I might do a commentary track, but I don't know who I would do that with. Yeah, I don't know who loves Jaws as much as me. Maybe I'd make Phil Dragish watch it with me. Full on commentary track with Phil Dragish. But I know he's kind of melancholy when he watches it, so maybe I'd still force him to watch it. Okay, so what else we got? Okay, so my mom gifted me these. Actually, she gifted me this. I bought the other one. My mom knows how much I love flounder. And I'm infamous, sort of, because my picture is being used at fan expos. So when you go to see it, take a photo op, it's like a big giant picture of me with Jodie Benson holding my flounder. So she knew that these little, what do you call it, squishmallows were going to the Five Below. My mom got me this little flounder. I was like, yes. And then I bought this one for myself because I thought it was funny. It was Guff Guff or Cinderella. Cinderella, night and day, it's Cinderella. Yeah, so I got those from Five Below. And then, let's see, where do I go to now? What are next? Well, I guess I could show this off, too. These two things before I get to the next story. Because the next story, I'm going to have to connect all those things. So I'll leave that in my lap for now, I guess. So, the last thing here, for Five Below, anyway, is this little, speaking of Jaws, look at this. It's the Bruce Ducky. So the reason why I got this little Bruce Ducky is, if you look over here, if you look on the edge of your screen, I have the shelf over here. So on this shelf, it's Quint inside the shark. And then on the next shelf, I have the Toonie Terror Jaws. And then on the bottom shelf, I have a little puppet Jaws. So what I plan to do with this little Ducky shark is to put it on the little desk next to the Ninja Turtle, so there's a shark on each shelf. So then I would have to find, well, not really, because I already have like Chief Brody here, Chief Brody Ducky representing that, so maybe I don't need a shark up here. But yeah, for the rest of the shelves, I want a shark at least, or a Jaws reference, Jaws or shark on each shelf. So that's why I got this little Brucey here. So let's open him up, because he'll be going on the shelf right after this. And keep it clean. Put it in the box. Here we go. Nope. Yeah. Little Brucey shark at Five Below. Look at that. That's cool. It's a miniature one. This isn't like the full size one. Because what's up there is a full size one. That's what my nephews got me. It's like a big, like they're like big as your fist. It's like a big giant freaking duck. This one is like the mini duck. And before I move on, I wanted to show off my Furiosa popcorn bucket. They did the little square one. They didn't do the big giant tin one. It's just this. But yeah, I figured to pick it up. I almost didn't pick it up. My mom was like, you better get it because you love Anya Taylor-Joy. I'm like, yes, I know. I better get it. So I got it. So Going on to the next story. So last weekend, yeah, oh my god, it's only been a week. Ugh. So last weekend, there was a toy show, and my mom's been talking about it for like last 2-3 months. She's like, "There's a toy show coming up. There's a toy show coming up." And from experience, from the last 20 years or so, going to these toy shows, it's usually like a bust. There's not much there. It's usually the antiques, like real antiques, and then it's like the old school shit from like the 50s, like if you like wooden toys or like old Disney stuff that's going to be like 100, whatever. So I wasn't really saving up for this toy show. I was like, buying the things for the fan expos and paying bills and whatnot. So when it came to the toy show, it's like I have a couple bucks. Why not? Let's go to the toy show. And I was shocked. I was legitimately shocked. This toy show actually had items for me, and I was like kicking myself the whole time, wishing like, oh my god, if I had saved like $100 or $200, I'd be walking out here with like a lot of shit. But I only had like a couple of bucks on me. My mom only had a couple bucks. So with the couple bucks, I feel like I actually did walk out with you know, awesome shit. So first thing I bought, because I was like, how much is that? And he said it was like $5. And I was like, holy shit, that's actually a great deal. So the first thing I picked up was this freaking Nick Nitro from Small Soldiers without the parts, but I already have the parts because I think I already have a Nick Nitro anywhere. But anyway, I thought this was cool. I was like, holy shit, just for $5, this Nick Nitro? Because if you go to eBay, any Small Soldier shit is going to be like $20 and up. Even if it's open, it's going to be like $20 and up. So when I got this for like $5, I'm like, that's fucking insane. That's crazy. So that was the first thing I found. And also at that same stand, and I wish I could have gotten it, but they had a book bag, like retro unopened book bag of Small Soldiers. Chip has it on it for like $10. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I wish I could have gotten it. And I know you're saying like only $10, but like at the time I was like, I was waiting for bills to clear. I had to get groceries yet. I was like, things are budgeted out. I was like, oh shit. But I wish I could have gotten that book bag because honestly, at these conventions, I wear a book bag and I usually put all my extra stuff in there, water, the folders of my information and whatever. I usually put that in the book bag, but I have been so nice to actually have a second book bag to use at the Comic Cons. I'm like, ah. So I found that, the Nick Nitro. I go to this next stand and I was like, holy shit, how much is this? And he looked at it, he's like, yeah, $3. The fucking death proof. Hang on, I want to make sure I get the name right. It's right here. The 1969 Dodge Charger was at $3 at this guy's table, and he says, "Yep, $3." I was like, "Holy shit!" So now I have the death-proof Charger, freaking stuntman Mike himself's car. This is amazing. I don't know where I'm probably gonna put it in my movie room, but like I was kind of thinking like finding a way to have it look like it's like jumping off the screen or something in my movie thing, but I don't know. I think it's a little too heavy for that. This is like a die-cast car. But I was like, holy shit, this death-proof car is awesome. So like, oh my god, if I ever find the white car, oh my god, just put them next to each other. Oh, it'd be so cool. It'd be so freaking cool. And then this guy I picked up, and the reason why I picked it up is very specific. But here's this. It's a Bushwhacker, one of those cool original Hasbro WWE figures, WWF to be more specific. But I picked this up, and it was like only like $2 or whatever. I was like, yes. But I picked it up because just like 2 days beforehand, me and my mom were at KFC, and these guys came in. Clearly, they were brothers, and because they were all like different shapes. Like one was big, one was huge, and one was like medium size. And when they came in, they were walking in like the Bushwhackers, and it cracked me up because like they were like really like walking it, not intentional, mind you. This is just how they walked, and they were just like all walking into the restaurant like that, and it cracked me up. So I got this as sort of like a reference, a memento of that little funny moment, so I don't forget it. And they walked in like the Bushwhackers. It cracked me the hell up, and I love these things. They had a lot of these there. Like I said, I wish I had a couple more bucks because some of them are in great condition, so that just means the price goes higher. But I was like, oh man, like they had some good ones there because they had hey, I forgot his name, but the guy with the big giant 2x4, Bushman, I think. I'll pull it up, Jamie. Let's see. Okay, wrestler. with 2x4. What's his name? Hacksaw Jim Duggan. There you go. They had the hacksaw there. Oh, and I wish I could have gotten him, but by then I was like scraping up pennies because for the final purchase at the toy show, I picked up this. As you can tell, this is the Devil Tracker 1993 original Jurassic Park Kenner Jeep, the Devil Tracker. This was what he came with. This is all the pieces. And I was like, oh my God. Because as a kid, I did have this, but, you know, I pretended to be the dinosaur. So on my original, I think 2 tires got knocked off. Poosh. So, but crazy me, as a 4 or 5-year-old, I kept the pieces from my original one. And I was like, one day I'd find it. So I found this, great condition. Got it with the last of my tuppence the bag. So I got that with this. I was like, oh, and then I put all them back together. So I went into my room because like a couple weeks ago I was doing some spring cleaning, and I found all the odd and end Jurassic Park pieces I have, and I was like, oh, there it is. So lo and behold, at this toy show, they had this Kenner Devil Tracker. So I'm like, that's perfect. This is the gun that goes to it. Perfect. And then I found this. But then I looked at the Jeep and I noticed it's missing the little connector piece that goes with this part I kept. I didn't keep the yellow part. So on eBay, I kept doing research. And a lot of the pieces were like buying this whole piece again. And then luckily, because it'll give you suggestions. If you keep on clicking on one, it'll get you another one. So it finally suggested the right piece. I literally just ordered this like a day ago and it showed up right away for the screen. I was like, holy smokes, that's perfect. So you're seeing here live on my stream, me putting it back together. So we're going to put that yellow piece in there. And we're going to put this piece on there. Pop it in. Probably would have been easier if I did it beforehand, but you live and you learn. Oh God. Here we go. Oh my God. It should fit. It's all chewed up when I was a kid. Come on. Maybe it would have been easier. Dang it. Come on, Aladdin. You can do it. Pop in the piece. Oh my gosh. How did I do this as a kid? How did I pop that out? I'm holding my breath. I don't want to break it again. This is hilarious. All a live stream. Oh my God, how embarrassing. Okay, we could do this, guys. We could do this. Come on, Aladdin. You gotta say the magic word, Aladdin. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is hilarious. This is terrible. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna break it again. Oh, where'd the window? Oh, there's the window. Oh my gosh. Yes, I was lucky enough too because the Jeep came with the window as well. Oh my gosh. Fucking 30-year-old plastic. Ah! Oh my God. This is hilarious. We got this, guys. We got this. Come on. It's all chewed up. It should just like fit right on. There we go. We're getting closer. Oh my God. You damn dummy, Frank. Oh my God. This is hilarious, guys. I'm a huge dummy. Okay, I don't want to embarrass myself in the live stream, which I already kind of did, but like I don't want to break this again, so I'll have to do it a little bit later. I'm probably going to use like a hair blower, make that a little bit like not as fragile, and just like pop it in. Oh my gosh, I didn't know it was going to be that tough. It is tougher than I thought it was going to be. No, don't risk it. But anyway, I got the Jeep. I'm so excited about that. The original Devil Tracker. That is so cool. Oops. My live screen up there. But that is so cool that I got it. I think the only thing that's missing is the 27 sticker, but I'm okay with that. Like, it's no skin off my bones. But yes, I think what I'll do is I'll take that Jeep up there with the Hammond collection figures and put the Hammond collection figures in here and just like replace the Jeep. Replace the Jeep. But that was so cool to find at the toy show. I was like, holy smokes, that's amazing. That's so cool. I would highly recommend that toy show. I don't want to give it away because it's sort of too close to where I live, but it was a cool toy show, and I highly recommend it. Now that I know, like next time there's a toy show, I will make sure I save up for it because now I'm starting to realize, as a 30-year-old, that all the retro shit now is my era. It's my era. You're in my house now, bitch. So now it's like all the 90s shit, which is true. They had tons of like 90s toys there. Like I'm pretty sure they even had like the Spider-Man set, like from the fucking 2000s. I was like, oh my god, they had everything. Oh my gosh, Jacob DreamWorks, you love that Frozen Unthawed so much. And then the other thing, because like I brought up Small Soldiers with this, and if you listen to my commentary with Phil, I did mention I wanted to do a custom Gwendy doll, and I've started making my custom Gwendy doll. It took forever to make her bald. I have the cowboy hat, and then I drew out the plan, so I have an outfit that she's going to be, and she'll be displayed up there when it's all said and done. Because up there is Chip Hazard. You can't really see him. He's like right there. And then speaking of up there, now we should save him for the last. Let's open the first three things I have. So the first three things I have here is Harley Quinn. It's from the Spin Masters, I think. Yep, Spin Masters, Harley Quinn. I was at Walmart and I saw this. I'm like, hey, that's pretty goddamn cool. That's pretty cool. I like this design. Nope, don't fall over. But I found this thing and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I think they're just like average figures. I don't think there's too much articulation. But it doesn't really quite matter. Just because, it's just for a display. She does have that. She does have knee articulation. She has elbow articulation. She does have a wrist joint. Elbow, wrist joint. No waist. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 9 points of articulation. But yeah, I got this because I liked her hair on this. It looked like, kind of reminded me of Jinx from League of Legends, and then the whole outfit too. And I like this because you could just color some details. Like you can color like the bomb or whatever. Like I could add some detail to this. This could be like really cool if I want to. Matter of fact, you could probably make this a Furiosa. Now that I'm looking at it, you could easily pop the head, use the body, and just make it a Furiosa. It's kind of funny. But yeah, that's cool. Oh, I like the different shoes too. That's hilarious. One's a boot and one's just a sneaker. That's great. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, that's not bad for the price point because I think these are like $12, $10, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's cool. I think that'll go up there as well. It'll go up there. And then what else we got? Oh, we have. Oh yeah, let's check out the marker. How it looks. It's dried. But yes, that's pretty cool. It might be good for signatures. It's not wiping off, so that's pretty cool. I like those markers. I recommend those. The creative markers from Sharpie. So, as you guys know, if you've been watching this live stream for the last year or so, I'm working on this 90s nostalgia shelf with the DC characters. And I've been sort of basing the designs on the comic books I read as a kid, like a little, 4-year-old, 5-year-old. And I've been basing it off the toy line Total Justice. So during the 90s, Aquaman had a specific look where he had the yellow hair with the beard and the hook. I remember that a lot as a kid. I thought Aquaman always had the hook. So, of course, when I got older, I realized Aquaman has all these different kinds of looks. And recently, within a couple months, McFarlane announced that he made the Hook Aquaman. I was like, hells yeah. It's a build-a-figure for Plastic Man. I don't think I'll be building the figure, so um, for those who don't know, whenever I get like build-a-piece figures that I don't use, I just mail them to Anthony because I figured Anthony can use them because in Texas he has more. He has like way more toy stores than out here. So I figured if I give him like the arm or piece, he can get like a couple bucks off it. Because I'm sure he can go to his toy shop and say, "Here, I like to trade this in," and maybe he'll get like $1 or $2 or whatever. That's right. That's at least what I hope. I don't know if they do that or not, but I assume they do. Like I assume you could hand it in and get like some sort of credit. So that's why I always send him the extra pieces. So yeah, I think I clicked everything, I believe. I'm really thinking, we call it Jacob DreamWorks. I'm really thinking, should I do something for Jaws? And like the closest thing is like the commentary track with Phil. I think that's like the only thing that I could do because I know Luke likes it, but I don't know. Luke doesn't seem like the person to do Jaws with. Luke is more of a Flash and the Batman and all that stuff, or even like a Star Trek 2009, something like that. There's Anthony, but like for Anthony, I got to do the freaking Power Rangers stuff yet. So I haven't done that yet. I feel guilty about that. But yeah, I don't think Anthony's a Jaws person. It's just, Luke is Luke. Oh my god, I didn't say that. That was Captain Iron Dog. Luke. Luke is Luke. But you know what broke my heart, Captain Iron Dog? Freaking Luke for his like second episode of his new show. He did the Batman, and I'm like, what the fuck happened to 6 months? And he's like, it was just pillow talk, baby. That's all. Matthew Booth really wanted to talk about it, and I was like, oh my god. Because like I was really gonna wait the 6 months. I was gonna like wait the 6 months and say, hey, let's do a commentary track on the Batman. And now it's like he's talking about Batman so much. It's like there's no point to do the episode anymore. It's no fun. But of course, we still have to do the Flash anyway. But it's like I'm burned out of the Flash. We've talked about the Flash for like 7 hours. I'm kind of done with the Flash. So now I understand. Like he's probably done with the freaking. He's done with the Batman. So it's like who am I going to talk about the Batman with? I got nobody now. Nobody. All right. So here we go. Here's the Aquaman with the hook. And that's so cool. That's so rad. Ah! That's so cool. And then, of course, he comes with his little bass. With the bass down low. If you want to get with me, there's some things you got to know. I got something on my bass down low. My Aquaman. Yep, he's going to be displayed on my 90 shelf with Kyle Renner, Mullet Superman, Purple Suit Catwoman, Hawkman, Superboy. I'm still waiting for like McFarlane to do a long ear Batman. He hasn't done it yet. And when he does, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there, McFarlane. Oh yeah, speaking of McFarlane, to really timestamp this episode, recently he just what do you call it? They're going to release the Tumbler, both Tumblers. They're releasing the Tumbler with Lucius Fox, and they're releasing the Camouflage Tumbler. And I think I'm going to skip out, cross my fingers hopefully. When I told my mom this, she's like, you're not going to skip out. You're probably going to get both of them. I was like, you're right. You're right. So I'm going to try to avoid it, but like, I don't, I'm holding out for Batman and Robin Batmobile. And if he does do Batman, no, wait, hang on. Did I say Batman? Batman Forever. I want a Batman Forever Batmobile. I'm holding out for that. Hopefully he does it. There's always rumor about it, and I don't know if it's truth or not, but I do remember seeing some rumor that they might do a light-up version, Batman Forever. And I'm like, oh my god, that's what I want. I want the blue light-up Batman Forever car. That'd be awesome. I love the Tumbler, but I don't think I need it, and I don't have the space. But that's now. Like 2 weeks from now, I might be saying like, "Oh, unboxing the Tumbler." So don't hold me to my word because I might change my mind. But yeah, let's get another look at Aquaman again. Thank you, McFarlane. You crazy son of a bitch. That's so cool. So, yep, that Aquaman will be going on the shelf. And then, before we get to the main event, I do want to show or open this Tila. Because I know that the Masters of the Universe toy line must be in trouble if they're going to the Filmation design. So I finally started looking for these because I sort of like the Filmation designs, and I only found Tila. So if I ever do, I want to find the Skeletor and He-Man. But the Tila's fine enough to start with. She comes with her Masters of the Universe little book. Man, I used to collect all these things in the early days when they started this toy line, but it was too much, and they were harder to find, and it was just like I didn't have the space either. So I started thinking like, what do I buy, and what do I have space for? So that's what sort of put a halt to that collection. Because man, I really did collect a lot of those He-Man figures. She comes with her little weapons. Yeah, I like the detail of this. It looks like she stepped right off the cartoon. If they did like Scooby-Doo versions of this kind of stuff, that'd be amazing. Look at that detail. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, this just reminded me. So back in the day, there was this YouTube pooper called Waxinator, and he did the night of the Cosby or whatever, and it was supposed to be like because the night of the comet was the episode, but he turned it to Cosby. The jello on the pudding pops. Oh my god, that's hilarious. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and how they did like row, row, row your boat gently down. There was a lot of great gags in that episode. It's the Cosby comet. It was so hilarious. I highly recommend it. I think it's still on YouTube. There's some YouTube poops that are no longer on YouTube that it makes me sad. But luckily, Waxinator stuff has mostly been, re-uploaded. There is one that has not been re-uploaded, and I think it's probably a copyright thing. But it's the one with Elijah Wood as Pinocchio, where he goes to Captain Nonsense. That is not on YouTube. I assume that's a copyright issue. But that's like one of the greatest YouTube poops ever as well. I think it's called like Pinocchio Learns About Touching. Touching and touching. Oh my god, I miss YouTube poop. Oh my gosh. Ugh. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. So that's why like I feel like my next video of YouTube poop has to be special. It has to be like me now, mixed with a little bit of my old self as well. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough going back to that well and trying to recapture that magic that I used to have. Okay, so I showed off the Jeep, the popcorn buckets. We're going to go to the main event. The main event that kind of matches the cowboy hat and also my little Irwin doll. So, a little backstory. So when I started doing this, background and shelves, the plan was always to get the Trick or Treat Studios Leatherface to go with Aaron. Because a few years ago, I think it was 2020, because, the world ended. And I was, making custom figures, and I bought the Jessica Biel doll, made a custom Aaron from Texas Chainsaw, because I love that character so much. And I was waiting for the Leatherface, get a Leatherface for it, And I did get, like, this hard plastic Leatherface, but it's, like, hardly posed, and, it's not the same. It's not the same as a 1/6 figure, because it's just solid plastic. So, I think 2-3 years ago, Trick or Treat Studios announces that they were going to do Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw 2, 3, and the 2003 remake. And I was like, oh, hot damn, I got to get the 2003 remake. So I've been waiting for it, to be announced. And the last couple months, I saw them announce the 2, and then I saw them announce 3, and I'm like, are they ever going to release the third one? So on a whim, without even thinking about it, I'm like, let me check Trick or Treat Studios to see what they have, to see if there's an update or whatever. So I go on the website. I mean, goddamn, they have 4 of them left. Apparently, the freaking doll went on sale without any hurrah, without any announcement, without any photos. And I was like, well, shit, I gotta get it. It's like I can't live without it. It's the whole reason why I got the Erin doll. You know, I wanted to have her displayed with Leatherface. So I ordered it, and it showed up within days, and here it is. I had to open the like because I wanted to open up from the box, but I had to make sure all the pieces were here. So when I opened it up, I'm like, okay, all the pieces are there. So I haven't opened it fully. I just opened it like this much to see this display, and I was like, oh, look at that, look at that. So here he is, finally, Leatherface. I think I'll open it from the top, so because if any, I don't want it to fall out the bottom if I ever, repackage it, which I probably will. Um, Leatherface, of course, is like one of my all-time favorite characters. He's up there with Michael Myers because I feel like every figure I get of 1/6 scale, it's something that I really love. So I have like Harley Quinn, training Wonder Woman, Batman, Michael Keaton Batman, and then I have the Brie Larson, the Ray from the end of the Force Awakens, um, Creature from the Black Lagoon, custom Aaron, custom Bruce Wayne. So with this, it's like I'm finally getting one of those things. Oh, I also have a Michael Myers as well, 1/6 scale. He's in the living room. He's a main display piece. And right now, this is so freaking cool. He got his chainsaw. That's pretty fucking cool. Oh, that's cool. It looked like it was on. Oh, beautiful. That's my baby boy. There he is. He's so cool. Aww. That's my boy. That's my boy. That's my Leatherface. Look at him. He's so cool. That's my boy from the remake. That's so fucking cool. Oh man, one of these days I got to just do a live stream on Texas Chainsaw because I have so many different opinions on each Leatherface. And like, because everyone who tries to make Leatherface badass and uses the original one, you're doing it wrong. If you want to use Leatherface and make it badass, you got to use the remake. And I love the remake for that reason. And I love the remake because they like take elements of the original movie, but they don't full on remake it. You know what I mean? Like they switch it up. They add new characters that just become as iconic as well. Like the Arlie Ermy one. Holy smokes! Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Okay, so he comes with like a little trigger finger, and that's clearly the one that's got to hold the Leatherface or the chainsaw. I'm so excited here. I'm talking stupid. But yeah, he has a little trigger finger that comes with. Oh, that's so cool. Fuck, that looks cool. All right, so we're gonna take that hand off and put it on with this one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Obviously, it's not hot toy level, but it's still high quality figure here. Oh yeah, for those who don't know, like I even have a custom John McClane. I completely forgot. He's in the back of the room though. He's in the movie room. He's not in here. He's not in here. He's not in here. Ah. That's a Bugs Bunny reference for those who don't know. He's not in here. He's not. Oh my god, I should watch the old Looney Tunes. Holy shit. He's not in here. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so fucking hilarious. That's the for those I gotta explain it. So there's an episode of Looney Tunes where I think they're on the boat. Like he's like a Southern Belle, and Bugs Bunny's dressed up in drag, and the guy I don't think it's like a ripoff. What's his name? Oh god, the guy with the mustache. It's not him. It's somebody else. It's like his fill-in. Because there's just some weird reason why they didn't have Yosemite Sam. There he is. There. They didn't have Yosemite Sam in some of the episodes, so it's like the generic one that has the same voice, but it's not Yosemite Sam. But like Bugs Bunny's just dressed in drag. He's not in here. He's not in here, and like he keeps getting beat up. Oh my gosh, hilarious. Okay, I'm guessing the hands aren't clipped on fully. Or maybe they're just, might be getting pushed off with the fabric. But yeah, I'm trying to make him hold his chainsaw. Maybe it's just not the right angle. Okay, there we go. Keep it on, keep it on, keep it on. Okay. Looks like I can't do too much crazy moves with the Leatherface. He can only hold it probably like this. Because I wanted him to be like, sort of like that. Oh, God. Let's see if I can pull it up. Because clearly I don't think I could do that pose. I'm going to pull it up. Let's see. Leatherface 2003 Entertainment Weekly. In 2003, Entertainment Weekly did this photo shoot with Leatherface, and it was because they were doing it was the 50 cult movies of all time, and they had this great photo shoot with Leatherface in it. And oh, that sucks. His photo's not popping up. Damn it! They did a photo. Let me type in it. Texas Chainsaw 2000 photo shoot. We'll try that photo shoot because there's a pose I want him to do with the chainsaw. It's not that. It wouldn't seem that difficult, but with his hands here, they keep popping out the pegs. It might be too difficult. Oh my God, it's not here? Shit, son. Okay, so I guess I have to act it out, but like he holds it like this. He holds it like his arm is down. Hang on, how do I do this? How do I do this? Okay, I guess he holds it, his arm is down like this, and the chainsaw is like straight up, and I don't think I can make him do that. Not from the looks of this. So how would I do that? Okay, so it would have to be like that. But like, oh my God, his little sleeve fell off. What the shit? I thought that was going to be stitched in. Hold on, podcast. Hold on. Yep, there's his little sleeve. So maybe the sleeve's pushing on his arm as well. So I want him to hold it like... Okay. Yeah, his arm doesn't go that like that. Dang it. But I wanted him to hold it like this. You know, but it doesn't look like it bends that way. Dang it. Dango. Okay. Maybe we could cheat it. Okay, push that there. Have the hand go there. Dango. I don't know why I'm talking like him. I think it's because I have my cowboy hat and leather face. I can't do it. It can't be done. It can't be done. Oh my God, because it falls out. Maybe I got to switch the trigger hand. We'll do that. Switch out the trigger hand. We'll do that. That might work. That might work. He's not in here. He's not in here. Stupid Bugs Bunny. Yeah, I think that's what part of he's on the gambling boat. He's not in here. He's not in here. And whenever the guy opens it up, it's like a freaking cannon. He's not in here. I'm going to take your word on it, Harlan. Okay. There's a possibility. I had to angle it. Oh, God. This is hysterical. Oh, my God. One keeps popping out, and the other one keeps popping out. I wonder why people just have him hold it like regular, but it's like, I want him to look like the cool photo shoot. Just give me this one thing in life. It was one thing. I just want him to look like the Entertainment Weekly photo shoot he did in 2003. Is that too hard to ask? Okay, that's like the closest I can get to it right now. Is it like that? Oh my gosh, but look at him. Look at my baby boy. The other thing that makes me excited about this Leatherface is that, for those who don't know, for like 10 years, I got hundreds of dollars at these Halloween contests because I would dress as Leatherface with my homemade costume. Like the only thing that was, store bought was the mask, but everything else I bought. And I just like every year it became grosser and grosser because every year I would add more shit to it. So it just became like an actual like rotting what do you call it, apron with like ketchup and like food and paint. And every year it would look grosser and grosser, and it was perfect. And what I would do is like I would put my hands in the like outside. There'd be like a little mud puddle, a puddle, a dirt puddle, and I would wipe my hands with dirt and like some nail polish. That was the difference. It was nail polish with red paint with the dirt, make my hands look really scuzzy, and then pose as my chainsaw. And over the years, the chainsaw got better too because the original one I made was completely cardboard. And then after a while, it became like the real store bought chainsaw that I made all bloody and whatnot. But like I loved being Leatherface because it was like an animal. It's like it's all in the character. It's like bird like movements, like you're just like looking around and you're quiet and you don't say anything. And during the show, like I would have like a water jug, and my mom would help me drink it because I would just put it like through the hole in the mask and drink my water. And like sometimes, like I would gross out people because like there's like a little mouth hole in it, so I would go, I would like stick out my tongue because it looks so gross because there's like teeth on the mask, so it looks like I'm going like through the thing. Oh, it's so gross. But I love being Leatherface, but there's like a point where it's like, all right, you got to retire the outfit, you got to retire the costume. You've done it for like I did almost like 10 years, I think. There we go. Oh, now I got it. Yep, that's definitely it. That's how he's gonna be posed on the shelf behind me. That's how it is. There's your Anakin Skywalker right there, and that's so cool. Yep, I think that's the best I could do, and that's pretty much close to how he had it in the Entertainment Weekly photo shoot. It was like that. That's so goddamn cool. I wish I could show you the picture, but it's just not popping up. It's not on the Google search, and I'm shocked. Um, Texas Chainsaw Photo Shoot 2003 Entertainment Weekly. Oh my god. Maybe I gotta type in like Leatherface, like black and white. Let's hang on. Let's use that. Let's use our tools. Let's see. Tools, type, usage or color. There we go. Black and white. Maybe it'll pop up. Because it was so goddamn cool, and it's like what made me want to, look into the Texas Chainsaw anyway. Because they did this photo shoot. It's like fun because like he's sitting in this audience, this fake theater with like a couple of cult members. I think there was a guy dressed as like Spinal Tap, and I think there was like a Willy Wonka character or some shit. And then they did like a separate photo of him in the front. Oh my god, it's not here. Ugh. I wish it was here. What a pain. But I love the remake just as much as the original. Man, it's not there. Maybe I got it. Let's hang on. Let's try another thing. Let's try cult movies. Then they don't even have the other one, the other photo of him. That blows. Man, it's so cool too. Oh well. If I do ever find it, I'll pop it up here on the Poscat because I'm sure I will. I'll find it at some point. But yeah, I had that magazine and it inspired me to become a Leatherface fan. He's got like hard. He's got hard joints. So much hard joints where it's like, yeah. Because like I want to have him like with his knees bent like in that cool way, but it sounds like he's got like really hard ricket joints. Like they have like locking joints. But I don't know. Yeah, because I want him to like pose like that, like the fucking movie. Knees bent, legs out, chainsaw, like come on, Jamon. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks badass. For sure. For sure. Okay, so now that I got him ready, let's get my Aaron down off the shelf. Come on, Aaron, come on down. You're the next contestant on Brain. Ah. What do we have for him, Johnny? Okay, yep, this is my custom Aaron from Texas Chainsaw. There she is with her belt and pants. And let's see, when he's crouched next to her. Oh my gosh, that's so flippin' cool! That's so cool! Look at that! That's Ace Kinds, man. That's cool. I love that. Like two icons finally meeting. This is so great. This is like literally like 4 years in the making because I literally made this in like 2020, 2021. She even still has her, what do you call it? Because I would do like photo shoots where she was like in the corn maze or whatever, hiding from the other Leatherface I had. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Let's get another close up of her. That's so cool. And this is like, I had to buy this outfit. I had to like, look up pieces and whatnot. But her body and her face are the hot toy from Blade Trinity. Because they actually made her that. So I was like, oh, okay, I can do that and do this and make it my favorite. Make it my Texas Chainsaw. That's so cool. Goddamn. That's awesome. That is fun, dude. That is fun. Let's see. I might have to swap out. Like, I might have to use her base for him. Because I don't know if he came with a base. I did not see one in there. Yeah, there's absolutely no base that comes with a Texas Chainsaw guy. Leatherface. There's no base for Leatherface. So yeah, I'll probably have to use hers. Because like she could stand on her own, or I could use like a Barbie stand. But like he definitely needs a stand. Because I want him not to move. I don't know. It doesn't. It doesn't fit him. If I tighten up his legs, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't hook around him much. Maybe I got to bend these. I don't even know who that's supposed to hold. Who's that supposed to hold? Oh, that's too funny. I see a comment pop up here from Jacob Dreamworks. You mentioned a Pinocchio YouTube, and make sure you put Pagemaster jokes in there. No, I'm not making a Pinocchio one. I'm saying that there was a Waxinator YouTube poop where he used as like a live action touches like about the senses. It was like a senses video, and he used that Pinocchio episode that was played by Elijah Wood. That was the thing I was talking about. I'm not making a Pinocchio YouTube. Oh my God, do not misunderstand. That's not in the works. No. Like, how much longer does the program need is barely in the works. Like, I know I have to do that. I know I have things for it. But like, no. Yeah, it's just, I don't know how to fully explain that. It's a different era. It's just a different era and a different headspace I'm in. Because we're talking about like 11 years now, Jacob Dreamworks. Like I made those videos 11 years ago. Like my friends have like kids that are 11 years old now. You know what I'm saying? 11 years is doesn't seem like that long, but when you go to different things that you want to do and you get different things in your life and have different life experiences, things change. And going back to YouTube poop is sort of like the hard thing for me because I want to get back into that mindset, but it's not quite the same. I'm sure that's a comment saying, don't be so hard on them. Yep. I'm not going to say that's a great idea. It's not. It's a great idea for somebody who still edits. I can't do a YouTube proof of Pinocchio. Oh my gosh. Speaking of Pinocchio, oh my God, I want to mention that. So at the toy show, there was a legitimate like Pinocchio hat, and I think it was from one of those like Disney on Ice things, but it was way too expensive. I think it was like $60 because it was like a vintage Pinocchio thing. Oh my gosh! But anyway, so there's that. I gotta find a different base for him because it's just not clicking. He might need the waist one that the creature from the Black Lagoon has. So I might have to order a base because there's like two different kinds of bases. So there's one here that I'm using where like it hooks onto like, okay, so it like hooks onto the bottom like that. But I don't think that's going to work for Leatherface. It's got to be one that goes around the waist. So I think I'll do that for Leatherface. I got to find him a stand. So with that being said, I think that's everything. Yep. I just got to do the Jeep thing tonight. Use the hair dryer, make it a little looser, and then pop the thing in. Other than that, I think we're good. I think that's everything I've talked about. Furiosa was good. I'm going to see Garfield tomorrow. And let's see, since this is Chief Brody Reels, I'll give some updates. So my sneak peek trailer, the slasher trailer, that's on ice because I don't know how to end it, so that's still in the same spot. I'm currently editing like a fun montage of my favorite 100 movies. Right now, I think I'm going to get stuck again because I'm not sure. I'd have to double check, but I don't know if I have Tron ripped yet. I might have to rip Tron. I definitely have to get a copy of The Exorcist. I do have the DVD, so I might just rip that. It's just like 30 seconds I need. So I'll do that. But I'm working on that as right now just because it's something easy to do with music and editing clips together. And not only that, but it's like set. It's not like where I have to create something from my mind. Like right now, I also am working on the scary movie trailer. That one's sort of on ice just because of the temperature outside, and also like I was waiting on sources. So now that I think all the sources have been received and everything has been, what do you call it? Not transferred, but definitely, oh God, what is it? What's that word? Oh, but everything's like everything was a big file and everything's smaller, So everything has been, changed so it's easier to edit with. So I'll be able to start working on that soon. So I want to do the scary movie trailer and then finish the 101 video and then maybe circle back to the slasher trailer to try to make that work. So there's that. And then as I'm doing all of that, I'm coming up with simple gags for how much longer does the program need? Or when I say simple, I mean like something like I want to edit them singly and then throw them all together because I don't know if it's all going to work if it's all one big piece. At least that's in my mind right now. I got to figure that out. But yeah, those are the things. That's the update for that. I talked about the movies. There's that. So I think that's it for this week's episode. Next week will probably be a part 2 of the movie tier. Hopefully you could finish that in another 2 hours. Because I think we only got like maybe a third or halfway through the movies. So I want to finish that. So thank you guys for tuning in. Just to clear it up, I'm not making a Pinocchio YouTube poop. I was talking about a Waxinator video he did. Just want to clear that up because I think there's a little bit of misunderstanding there. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a fun episode. I'm excited about this new Leatherface. That is awesome. But yeah, that's so cool. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next week. Bye.